Alright, so we finished the main quest, and now we are going to go finish the event thing, the Tribal Chronicles with Citlali. We got the pyro powers finally. It's kind of interesting though because they C6 all of your abilities. Like when you get the fire powers, it literally C6s you right away. So, I don't know if I'm gonna leave her as fire, mainly because it leveled her up. As you can see, I'm like level 4, this is still level 1. It leveled up her constellations by turning in the flint ores. I traded them in, and it leveled her up, basically. Unfortunately, I could only get 5 because Inansan's tribe isn't in the game yet. And if you max out all of the tribes like I have, you get something called the Flintstone ore. And when you get them, you come to the top of Ashkenatland and you basically kind of offer them to the captain, I suppose. And by offering them, it kind of ascended me quickly here. It got me to level 4 right away. The only thing that sucks though is I don't have the ability to go forage for these books that she needs. The Teachings of Contention. And then I had a bunch of these, the Century's Wooden Whistle, but I before in the last video, I transmorgified a bunch of them into something else, so I don't have them anymore. But anyway, I've been waiting for the Masters of the Nightwind thing to open up, but it opened a long time ago, but I was locked out of my account because my account was taken over and the person who took it got it banned. I got my account back. I've had it back for about 3 or 4 days now, so I've been trying to work on things slowly because I've been overwhelmed with what had happened. And I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I also started another Looming playthrough, but I don't think I'm really going to get anywhere in that playthrough because I got my main playthrough back. And that was basically just an account for me to mess around in. I'm still going to keep it though. But it is what it is. So I decided I have an Ether playthrough that I never told anyone about. But it's because I started it but didn't get very far. But I'm actually working on it full time outside of this playthrough. Because now that I completed Natlan's story quest, there's kind of nothing for me to do in this game now. So I can probably pretty much go back and mess around with that other one. However, I'm not going to be replaying through the whole game from start to finish with the Ether run. All I'm going to probably do is show like cutscenes with him, and maybe I'll show off like some gameplay, like me doing certain quests, because some of the quests I've done, they were like a long time ago. It was like 2-3 years ago. Nobody remembers them. Hell, I even barely remember doing them either. So it'll be fun to go and do some quests with him. So far though, in the Ether playthrough, I don't have every character. The only characters I own is like the default characters. Like I have Lisa and Kaya. I need to get Barbara, Shanling, and Kale. But the main characters I own that I do own Kachina. I got her off the banner. Because you can also get her out of the submenu. A lot of people don't know, but if you're new to Genshin, if you complete all of Mondstadt and all of Liyue, you can go to the events submenu and you can get her for free. And if you get her, you can use her to get a skip into Natlan, meaning you skip all of Inazuma, all of Sumeru, and all of Fontaine, and it lets you start Natlan story. It lets you start all of the Natlan story quests, and you get to skip the other 3 nations. It's a cool thing, but I don't know when and why they would have added that, because that was never a thing in the game before. They don't just let you skip nations, but now you can. So I have her. And then I have Lynette, and I also got Fremine, who currently right now in my Ether playthrough, he's like the strongest character I have, because I only own like 7 characters. So, because you can also get Shanling and Kale out of the Spiral Abyss. I think you need to get to floor 3, chamber 3 to get Shanling, and then you get to floor 4, chamber 3 to get Kale. If you don't know who those characters are, this is Shanling. She's a really good character. I really do like her. She's a polearm character. She's pretty decent though. She's a really decent character. I have a lot of her stuff high leveled. She's actually pretty good and does a lot of strong off damage. She's really cute. I know I was really drawn to her when the game first came out. I don't really use her much anymore because there's other characters I like more now, more than her. Like my lovely Gumming! If you're just starting out, she's a good starter character. I would definitely get her. And the other character is Kale. Where are you? Where the hell did she... This is Kale. Kale's okay. She's a cute character. I like her, but she's a bow character, and I struggle with bow characters in this game. I feel like they're kind of slow and weak. I mean, I've seen people have the bow characters that do like over 100k damage, but for me, I just struggle with them. I prefer more like sword or polearm characters or claymore. I like direct weapons. Like I like a character who uses the actual weapon to hit enemies versus that. But she's decent too. She's okay. I got her for free a long time ago. I just didn't work on her much. This is what I got her levels to. Like I mean, it looks like I have worked on her a lot, considering this shit's level 8. But in actuality, I really haven't worked on her much. I really actually haven't. But I do like the character, though. I'm not saying I don't. I think she's cute. Tighnari is like her master. This is Tighnari. And he like trains her and stuff and looks out for her. The other person who looks out for her is Sino. I don't have Sino, so I can't show him to you because I don't have him. I haven't worked on Tighnari at all, as you could tell, so don't worry about that. Let's see. Everybody should know who Sino is. He's like really infamous. I really like him. This is Sino. This is Sino. I knew about this character a whole 3 years before he even came out. It's ridiculous. Do the eye thing. Do it. Yeah. Ooh. Man, it's like he's staring into my soul. I really like him a lot, but he makes me nervous. Like when I'm near him, I'm like, kind of push both my fingers together like an anime girl. Like, he just makes me nervous. I think you can see why. I don't know, I like him, but he's like, it's like when you're near him, he has like this oppressive, like, aura. But he's not like that at all. He just sits around and plays freaking card games. And he makes a lot of corny jokes that nobody likes. But from a standpoint, I feel like he has a lot of aura. Like, he's not somebody I'd want to run into in a dark hallway at night, put it this way. He just seems really imposing. Like, can you imagine seeing him from a distance in the dark? I'd be like, holy shit. Woo. I hope he has a rerun soon. I really do like him a lot, but I don't think he's going to get a rerun anytime soon. No, I don't think so. But if you're lucky, you can get a discount knockoff version of him, which is Razor. Razor's kind of like him in that they both have gray hair and they're both Electro. I mean, they're not the same character. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying they both have long white hair and they're both Electro. Reaching for the stars. Okay. So let's go do Citlali's thing. I like how she gets the markings on her arms and her hair, but she doesn't get them on her face. I like how the music has changed. This is not originally what the music used to be. Yeah, she gets the markings on her arms. It doesn't last long enough for me to look at it. Yeah, is this what the music is permanently like up here? Let me see. Because I used to like the music here, but let me go down and see if it's changed. Okay, the music's turned. The music's back. That's what it should be. Alright, so let's go back to do Citlali's. Because where we left off with the Tribal Chronicles, we got invited by the Masters of the Night Wind. Their like chief led us to them, and then we tried helping them find like some kind of a special color by doing something on a scroll, and we couldn't get the color right or something. Why? Yeah, because of Kenichi's passive talent, where you pick up like food items, like plants, it makes you faster. What are the Fatui doing here?
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here?
That's literally what I just said!
That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
Let's go over there and tell them, hey. Oh my god.
Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes.
Yeah.
Still, what's a Fatous always a Fatous? Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out!
The truth of the Battle of Seven Colors. I don't know why I did that. Hello?
What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudak. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
What is a Fontanian doing here?
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudak and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
The Fatui. Why would you say it that way?
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montlusong, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, traveler.
No shit.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two.
Oh?
You see, I have a favor to ask.
Why would you come to the Masters of the Night Wind to look for me? I mean, I know I like Auroron and everything, but what the hell? They're like, okay, listen up everybody. There's two men that she likes specifically in all of Natlan, and we are going to hunt them down, because if we find them, we find her. Can you guess who the two men are? Auroron and Kenich. They're very important to me. I swear to God, if you harm them, I won't let you off easy.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
Are you trying to stalk me? That's what this music sounds like. Following me.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Okay, what do you want?
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Sometimes tells me we can't escape this one. Sounds super desperate. Oh no, dear Paimon, something tells me that I'm horribly trapped in this man's words. Please save me. She looks at me like, what?
Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right?
Yeah.
I need her help with something.
Okay.
Yeah, chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked.
With her personality, pretty slim.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
Her eyes? What?
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Why do you need her?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Aliad, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing.
The voice.
Nice to meet you. The name's Ali. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team.
Have you noticed how some characters... I pay attention to the way people speak. That's why when Gan Ming does voices for other NPCs, I'm able to pick up on him right away, because it sounds like a valley girl, but like a male doing it. Like, he starts talking like fucking Pauly Shore. I like Pauly Shore. That's why I pick up on it. But, like, it sounds like he's trying to talk cutesy, or it sounds like he has juice in his mouth. Like, that's why I was invited to join Monsieur on the team. Like this in his words when he's speaking.
Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
Citlali? She's the one that worked with colors, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique.
Like, the way he talks.
Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an Abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective.
Okay.
Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield.
Okay.
The color was extraordinary. Illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
That guy, he never blinks. Look at his eyes. Like, he blinks, but like they're like super wide open.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Dude, you couldn't pay me all the money in your life to help me exploit a friend. You're a douchebag.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
We actually should go ask her, Paimon. We still have a duty to fulfill after all.
Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Citlali.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction.
It's like, why are you following me? Like,
Alright, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
I'll find her, I guess. She does. See, a long time ago, I put a marker here that says Citlali's house. And you know what's funny? I didn't know that that's actually where she lived, and I'll tell you how I guessed it. I guessed it because it had an obvious thing on the wall related to her. In order to get a more understanding, there's a secret place. I didn't need to do that. Where's that balloon? You see that balloon up there? Let's see, how do I get up there? Okay.
10 points for agility.
I would need a Roron, and he's not in my team right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're gonna make Kinich climb this entire mountain where you were an asshole. He's like, why are you making me do this? I don't know. Well, I do know. So I want to show something. Because I found this by accident myself. I didn't actually know she had a secret base up here. I found it by accident. Damn it, but I would need a Roron to get up there. Well, maybe not. Because I got up there with... Well, maybe I do. Hold on. I can't remember. I think I can just use Kinich, right? Hold on. Where to?
Want me to join?
Sure. Okay, is he... Let me see. I have a high aim. Hold on. Again. Hold on. Aurora!
Time to go!
Because if you switch to him in midair, he gets an extra lift. Okay. Now, that pillow right there, it's hers. This is like a secret base that she has. She has like fruit juice and fruit up here and like a bench and everything. Like, this is where she comes and sits at. This is literally her place. I don't know why it's just here, but yeah. I don't have her. I'm trying to get her. I hope I get her, but watch the little pillow thing that she pulls out, if she pulls it out. Pull the pillow. Pillow. Pillow now. Pillow. Do it. Citlali, do the pillow thing. Please. Okay, yeah, look. Look at the pillow. It's the same. She loves her alcohol, bro. Yeah, see, that's her pillow. I don't know, I hope I can get her, but I probably won't. Considering my last 5-star was Linny, and it was a long time ago. I kind of don't really get lucky in this game. The last time I got lucky is when I got Milani and Kinich close to each other. That was like the closest to luck I've ever gotten in this game, literally. What's her other one? It's something about a book. Yeah, see, that's the exact pillow. Freaking love drama. Yeah. So a long time ago, like I was saying before I cut myself off, there's a painting or like a something on the wall that gave it away that it was her. And I put a marker there and I called it Citlali's house to see if I was right, and it turns out I was. Now that's kind of funny. I was able to predict it. You can see it from here. That circle over there with the light, that's her house. Because I put a thing over here. Because I came over here when I was exploring when I first got to this area and this area opened up. The reason why I figured out that it was her house is there's a damn painting of the pillow on the wall. And I was like, oh, that's Citlali's thing. See, it's a painting of a pillow. That gave it away. Glad to see that I was right. I put that marker down a long time ago. Like when Natland, like the last story opened up, I put that marker and I called it her house. Well, that's funny. That's really funny.
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down.
We're here for a reason, Javier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
Because she likes to drink a lot. She's been alive for over 200 years, but if I had to give her a canon age, I'd probably say like
Citlali?
27 or 30.
We need your help with something.
Oh, she actually physically knocked.
Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Citlali? Are you home?
I like that detail of her actually physically knocking. The door is thrown open and you're met with the pungent smell of alcohol.
Kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Yo, 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 what it is. So, Citlali's a real hermit, huh?
Traveler!
Open the damn door. The door closes abruptly. She's throwing a bunch of shit around.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
It wasn't sound. And then with Aurora's face super close. What was that? What? Oh my god. Also, Auroran is believed to be like 28 years old, so... I think, because she's been alive for 200, I want to say Citlali probably has to be at least 30, but maybe she's 35. I turned 32 this year, so...
So this is where Citlali lives.
Look at my cute little stuffed pillows.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
I'm not here to judge your place of living. I'm here for you. Even in real life, I don't go to people's houses and be like, oh, you should clean up your shit. It's like, I don't tell you how to live. I really don't care.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonist.
True.
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
Uh-huh. Her eyes.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Yeah, but why?
And that spell I used to transfer my senses to you? You're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
I don't think so.
It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Oh, then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
Huh?
What?
Oh, so she heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her. I thought she was above superficial rules of social etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts.
That'd be so that would be embarrassing, because if you're playing as Aether, I do have an Aether run, like I said. Imagine if he said something else about her in his mind and she heard it. That'd be embarrassing. Like, something super, like, inappropriate. Or, like, what if he said, oh, Citlali's cute or something, or, like, imagine that.
It's just a simple spell. I used it on you and now it's on the fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natland.
So they asked the hero of Natland to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Oh my god, her eyes. Nightmare Paimon coming to eat you alive.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. I knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a secret duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Buren's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too. She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
I need to read my romance novels 50 more times. Hold on a minute.
And there's still hope.
Hey, what's the hold up? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
Uh-oh.
Citlali?
Citlali suddenly walks out and you rush after her. Well, you know, that would piss me off too if I had people fucking barging outside my house and making up a fucking scene. I'd be like, you know what? You don't have to show up to my place and act that way. If you want my help, then be respectful. Don't show up here and act like that. You show up here and act like that, you're not gonna get shit from me. I'm like that even in real life. Like, don't fucking show up acting like that.
Stand down, Grudok! As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
Because she's young.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eastly would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman, Huitzilin, was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
And it would mean a lot to your tribe. You'll be helping me fulfill my duty. Well, these are both right. I was selected as the next scroll weaver for her tribe, so I'm actually stuck and actually do need help. I gotta be careful on how I move. I woke up today with like a lower muscle spasm in my lower left leg. I get them a lot. I also have my neuropathy issues, but I get really bad muscle spasms throughout my body. I got like a horrible one on my left side just yesterday too, but when I woke up, the whole lower left side of my left leg on the back has been tightening, so when I stand up and walk, I can feel the muscles start to tighten, and I have to get off the leg right away. Even just moving my foot around, or like turning my ankle and moving my foot up and down, I can feel the muscles slowly starting to tighten, and it's like really painful. I Happened to me yesterday. Like I was playing, like I said, I was locked out of my account for 2 weeks, and I was playing Ultimate Warrior 3 Ultimate. It's one of my. I have like over 12,100 hours. No joke. I just got to 12,100 just yesterday, and like Shu, if anybody know who Shu is from Dynasty Warriors, he's like my husbando, and he came up and cornered me, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I freaked out, and when I did that, I got a horrible spasm on my entire left side. It was the most painful shit of my life. It hurt so freaking bad. And I actually can't turn when I'm sitting or standing. If I try to turn my upper body, like twist my upper body to turn to my sides, and I try to look down, I can't. I get spasms up both my sides where I can't actually twist my upper body a certain degree. If I try to twist my upper body and like look down at my side at the same time, I will get horrible spasms. I have like really bad muscle damage. And I have to be careful on how I sit or move because I suffer with horrible pain. Might be a little bit too much information, but like I can't sit for too long. That means like on a chair, on a table, even on the fucking toilet. Because I start getting that numbness in my legs. I even have a nerve in the back of my left leg that if I sit a certain way and it pushes on it, I lose all feeling in my leg, and trying to get the feeling back is really painful. That's why I have to be careful on how I do these. That's why sometimes I try to do all my videos at once, because I can't do it in sessions. I have to do like one long session, because then it takes me a while to recover. I get a horrible pain in my hip and my bones and both my legs, because there's like a bone disorder that runs in my family. My brother has it, a hip disease, and the bones in my legs are they're fine, but if I sit or sleep a certain way, I get horrible pain in my hips on both sides. Even when I was born, they thought they were gonna have to put braces on my legs to correct them, but I was fine. But there are moments when I was younger where I used to get moments of paralysis where I couldn't move. I actually couldn't walk. My body would freeze in place, and I physically could not move my legs, even if I was already standing. I used to get strange moments of paralysis. I grew out of that, but I don't know what that was. I never really told anyone about it, and it was never checked out, but I used to get moments of paralysis where I could not move my legs. Even if I was already standing, I just couldn't move. It was very weird, and it would only last for a few minutes at a time, but it was not funny when it would happen. So I must have something wrong. Help me fulfill my duty.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
You're honored, but what? This guy looks like devious as fuck. Like, ha ha ha, I got what I want. Ha ha ha.
Save it.
Okay.
I agreed to help the traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway. She can hear me.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always plan to work with the traveler.
You freak.
So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Sure. Oh my god. I love doing that. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I was right when I said that this was her house. It was a guess, and the only thing that gave it away was this fucking pillow painting. Ugh. Because I didn't even know that. That's why I put that marker there and I put Citlali's house to see if I was right. And it's really funny to me to find out that I was right. Oh my god. It's funny. So I actually didn't know that, I guessed. Don't hit the bird, because I don't want it to attack me. I don't feel like fighting shit today. I don't feel like fighting things, therefore I'm not. I just said I didn't feel like fighting things. Please stop. Look at him channeling his fucking wind powers. I got to get away right now. Got to run far away. I was amazed I was able to get that lift off. That was pretty impressive. Sometimes I miss it, that's why. I was able to get the lift. Gotta like a man who lifts you up, right? Oh,
you don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
Well, if it had to do with her friend who passed away, why would she want to relive that? That's kind of insensitive to her, no?
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
Ow.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
But just because she was alive when it happened doesn't mean she was there. Like, I was alive during the tower event doesn't mean I was there.
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
I know. Just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean they tell you everything.
But Musou said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Citlali tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Mont Lusan would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Wuxili's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation. Defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Wait, what?
Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Wuxili's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary challenge.
As my rival, Wuxili only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So, Citlali is doing all this for me. She can still read my mind, Lumion. What are you doing?
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
It's kind of embarrassing that she's still reading my thoughts. What if I said something like, "Man, Auroran is so dreamy"? She'd be like, huh? A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman. Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The Woven Scroll proves it. Wuxili used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
It almost sounds like fucking Damin's voice actor again.
Wuxili was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
He has a specific way of speaking that you can fucking tell it's him. Like, even in the main Archon battle that I did in another video, he was literally the voice of the big primordial dragon boss. Like, you could tell that it's him, because he kind of talks like a way of, like the Valley girls do. Like, kind of like, but like in a male version, kind of like Pauly Shore. He has like a weird way of talking. I want to say a specific term, but I don't want to offend anyone, so I'm not going to. But he talks a very specific way. Yeah.
Our students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
This voice also sounds familiar. There's an anime I really like. And there's a character named Rowan who, but because when people do voice acting, they have to put on a voice. And the voice that he uses in that anime is a little different, but like this is the same tone. Like he's like the way Gamin's voice actor is. I could tell it's him. They're either making their voice deeper or more normaler, and I could tell that it's him. It literally says the anime is called Dance with Devils. I forget what series, like what episode he appears in. It's one whole series, but there's like the main girl's name is Reika, and there's like I think it's 5 devils. And Rowan is one of them. He's Cerberus. He's supposed to be Cerberus, but the way he talks, like in his human form, he has like blue hair and everything. Sounds like that.
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
It's totally him. It's totally freaking Caleb Yen. Oh my god. I got up to walk to go get my phone, and I could feel that muscle in my left leg tightening really bad. Oh god. Ow, it hurts bad. I need to stop standing. Let me see, because he also voices for, what, Kylus? Is it Kylus? Yeah, for, Honkai Star Rail. Like, watch, listen to the tone. It's literally the same.
Oh, my research area is short stories about toilets. The dessert was tasty. I would like more. You're so cute! Can I get an autograph? I don't know about her, but I love fermented herring. I'm not one of Rome's recognized works. Too much negative energy. Don't like negative energy. Why am I a failure?
See, that's totally him. Fucking Gaming's voice actor.
Please don't fight.
Wow,
Fight harder.
so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Citlali was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret.
Kawaii chaos.
We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age.
No, she has a point.
Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life. It's like Citlali's some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run.
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see, where the... Like, I know that's him. There's no frickin'... There's no way that there's not!
Rain? Oh man, I hope I brought the laundry in.
See, he has like a very weird way of speaking. Like, you can tell it's him with that tone. Yeah, that voice for that other guy, though... Let me see. Let's see, where does he...
I am Cerberus. I'm more of a dog than, say, a devil. Hell's watchdog, to be precise. My master is Maxis. I am his most faithful servant and right-hand man.
See, it's very similar to that other guy. Yeah, he has a really weird way of speaking. Like, it's almost like flirty and like cutesy at the same time. Like,
Hey, you hear that?
like he has like a weird way of speaking. Frick, are you doing?
To the masters of the
Night Winter is running with weirdos.
Who else is there? I thought
Oh, I was the only
one.
one. Around, you're never just the only one. Ugh. That sounds really bad. That's not what I meant. The bottom. Okay. I'm not gonna go all the way there. I'm gonna just teleport there. Woo! Yeah, I pick up on characters' voice. Wow. You could totally tell that that was him. Gamin's voice actor does a lot of, like, other lines.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
That guy's gonna have a heart attack.
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight? Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their baiting? Is that it? You want their name, don't you? We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and her companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Wheatsealing.
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Oh my god.
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
Spill it. She beat them in a duel. So what? There's no need to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect. No one has the guts for that.
Auroron does.
Well, I do.
What? You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Are you blushing, bro? Are you blushing? You blushing, bro?
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
Oh my god.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think.
Hello.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
He's the one who invited me here the first time.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Hello.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
You forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners? Chief, I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Citlali, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Burim are on our side.
Several millennia later. I don't know why I felt like saying that. Yeah, he was the one who guided me here originally.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
It's been a while. Okay, you're gonna freak me out.
He seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, Elder Tlapo pointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
What is he doing?
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Itomi-sore elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
Oh, but he is cute though.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was with Zeline's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Citlali were close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
I don't think so.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Yeah, because she lives longer than most people.
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past.
What?
Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
What the? I need these. I mean, I really don't. I mean, he's already almost... I have everything I need for him. I just need to collect more of these. But it's kind of hard because him and Milani need the exact same thing. So it's kind of a tussle between, do I give them to her or do I give them to him right now? See what I mean? Look at the shit, 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 look at the shit. Oh, you woo! I don't know who I'll give them to first. That water's great.
Hello.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of Seven Colors.
Citlali's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Easterly promised to help.
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out.